Good evening, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, also known as the Silver Wolf, also known as Ron, and we're here to stream some EveOnline. Appreciate Drachenhort being here, even though he can't sleep. RavenGalactic, of course, my most awesome mod, Blossom. Sorry to hear, Drachenhort, that you can't sleep, so hopefully they get you fixed up. Let's get started. I have no idea what we're going to do tonight. I have already done my dailies, so I just updated my current statistics. I'm going to have a cough. Hold on. All right. You still hear me? Yep. All right. Check and make sure. Sometimes when I mute it, it doesn't come back. So Blossom's here. Just busy getting ready for my move. You're leaving Goons. Oh, no. That's not good. So why did you decide to leave Goons? Why did you decide to leave the Goons? Sorry. See if I can. So I actually was doing stuff today and already got my dailies done for all three of my tunes. So that was good. So I see there's a lot of people here in the in-game chat, but I don't see a lot of people in Euthene. So nah, it's on my terms. Just met some people in Test and feel more at home and fit in with them. So Test is another corp faction. Things go wrong, I'm always allowed back. Well, that's good. That's good. Not enough cowbells. Not enough cowbells. So yeah, today I brought down a salvager because I had a bunch of. So one of the dailies was to blow stuff up, killed 25 NPCs, and so that's what I did with Kragan. And then I realized I don't have a salvager, so I flew all the ore back to Venolin, made a run to Jita to sell Trit for Nox, trade Trit for Nox. Brought the Nox back, made a Noctis, took the cleanup from Rage and brought it all the way back. And by the time I got back, it was right at the 2-hour mark. I got right to where my bookmark was, and all the ships started disappearing. It was like, what the heck? Hey, Blue Gray, good to see you tonight. Tess is another alliance, enemy of the Goons, allied with Fraternity, from what I understand. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't get to the mute that time. Yeah, I still got a little bit of congestion, so sorry about that. But, so, since nobody's here in Euphene, I'm thinking about jumping back to Venolin. But nice to see you too, Blue Gray. But I want to check with you guys first before, because I didn't want anybody headed here, and then I wouldn't be around. So, actually, let's check something, because I checked earlier today. As you all well know, I prefer to mine than buy. Yeah, that's through low sec. I don't like low sec. Oleators. Oleators is usually quiet, but still, that's 12 jumps. 16 jumps. Is that through Oleators as well? No, it is not. That's all high sec. And once again, 16 jumps. Excuse me. Sorry about the sniffling. I really wish I could get rid of this. I never heard of this Project Discovery. Should be 3 polygons on this chart, so I guess there and there and there. Oh. What do we do? I don't know what we're doing. What's up, New? Good to see you. Thanks for the hello from Italy. I appreciate it. I have no idea what this is doing. Cluster's marked, so do I? Okay. Oh no, there's one right there. This one. Failed. 4% accuracy. Wow. Oh, so it's supposed to do the whole thing. That don't make no damn sense. I thought you said the hump. Okay, so seems like this one. And then this one. And it showed this one. Valleys are steep drops in the density curve. Start and end of these valleys can also indicate possible location. There should be 3 polygons on this chart. So I would say here and here and here, right? So here. And here. And then here, right? Oop. Didn't like that. Gotta stay on the map. Oh, come on now. Now you're just getting on my nerves. Alright, screw this. What else we got? Escalations, trig space. I'm not doing trig space. Counter surveillance. Track down the high value ESS banks and claim the ISK. What the hell is this? These are all in null. Alright. So anyway, or no. How is Porden 1 nowadays? As soon as you start your stream, I have to get ready for work. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That's the time differences with people, so. May change a little bit later. Once we get moved here in another month. So, do I want to try this or not? What the hell? as well, right? Sorry. See if it's still there. That one's through low sec. This one is not. So let's try it. It says it's still there. I don't have anything set up. Why not? All right. All right. So, wish y'all a good stream. Thanks, Nunu. Have a great day at work. Sorry for the time difference. Infiltrators are medium, right? Medium, yep. The Hornets are low. Alcoves, I think, are low. Yep. Let's put 1. Ooh, 6. I think I can only launch 2, right? Let's say 3. 3 outcomes. All right. What else we got? Minor 2, so we just want one of those, right? And then we're gonna throw these guys on here. And then a micro warp drive. And small clarity. And enduring microspectrum. And go bongo. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Alright. Alright, so as soon as we get there, I'm sure it's going to be gone, so. God, everybody's speaking Italian. I got a bilingual stream. Bilingual, trilingual, I don't know what it is, but. Alright. So, let's see.
Warp drive active.
So what else is new with everybody? How was the day off? Monday was a interesting day. Kicking and Jackson were kind of going back and forth, trying to stay on top for whoever was going to win for gift subs and bits and all the above. So I really appreciate their support. Looks like Jackson finished in the lead, so which doesn't happen very often. I think Kicking actually got kicked by Blossom, muted by Blossom, and then so that was kind of interesting. So it's only a tractor beam 1. I think I did have a tractor beam 2. But yeah, so a little bit of excitement on Monday. Sorry about that. Plug in my phone. Plug in my phone. So yeah, so a little bit of excitement on Monday. Hey, RavenGalactic, thanks for the bits. You didn't need to do that, but thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, so that was exciting. We did our mining event. I think we only got through 2 belts. We really didn't have that many miners, but we had a lot of people in stream, so that was kind of nice. So My bowling team last week, the week I didn't bowl because my wife's birthday and because of everything else going on, lost all 4 games, which we have. I don't believe we've done all season. It's week 27, and I don't believe we've ever lost all 4 games or all 4 points. Play 3 games, and then you have total points, total pinfall, plus handicap, and so they didn't get a single point. So then this week, I was back, and as is normal, we got all 4 points. So, thanks, Blossom. I'd like to say that's correct, and that's what I said yesterday, just so we're clear, but I don't think that's it. I'm the only one on the team not carrying a 200 average, so I carry about a 157. I think it'll probably go up because I bowled really well, but for every pin I get, because I carry such a low average, every pin I get over my average is like 2 pins. So it usually makes a difference when I'm there. So, and that's what we kind of tracked down. Was it seems every time I make my average, we win. Every time I don't make my average, we lose or have a potential to lose. And so, and sometimes they cover me. So, but yeah, but it was kind of nice. Made me feel good. So, plus we needed it because we got. Yeah, the relief pitcher. Yeah, it got us. We got last week. We got knocked out of first place, which I was kind of counting on first place because I'm kind of counting on the money. So, but you should never do that. But yeah, it's kind of. We actually did some calculations last night, and it turns out because Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve were both Tuesdays, we didn't bowl those weeks, so the league was pushed out, and then we canceled one for snow, so that pushed it out. So they're actually going to be bowling a month after I leave. And so, yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, how's that going to work? So I got to inspire them to try and pick it up when I'm not there. So, but yeah, it's funny. Normally if you get hung, so they call it hung when everybody gets a strike and you don't. And that happens to me at least once or twice a game because they are such good bowlers. And so what I do is at the very beginning of the night, I buy everybody. Usually if you get hung, you have to buy a drink. And so what I do is I buy everybody's drinks at the beginning of the night, so that way I'm ahead. And so that's what they said was the biggest difference last week is since I wasn't there, they didn't get their drinks and they didn't know, what to do since nobody had any drinks. And we don't drink. It's just pop and water and, tea or whatever. And so actually we got one guy who drinks beer, and so I pay for his beer as well. But yeah, so they were glad to have me back so that their drinks were paid for. And I was like, okay. So wasn't quite what I was looking for, but I'll take it. So F jumped through EOL high 6 shortcut and snap closed on me. 13 jumps from my junk now. That sucks. That sucks, Nat 1. That sucks.
Drive active.
Are they giving you a send-off? They want to, but I'm not the send-off type, so you guys haven't seen it because I'm pretty good on stream, but I'm a pretty emotional guy. So I've worked for my company, the bank, for 25 years. I'll be 2 months short of 25 years when I leave. And so they've been begging me to allow a party, and I'm like, no, it's been 25 years, so I will miss some of the people there, and I will probably keep in touch with those people. But most of them I could do without. And so, yeah, so from that perspective, it's they keep begging me to do a party, and I'm like, no, because what'll happen is all these people that I don't really like will say nice things about me, and then I'll start crying. And I don't want that to be the last memory everyone has of me bawling, so, for 25 years. Because that's not the memory they have of me now. Now they have of me as this grumpy old man who pretty much tells it like it is, and actually keeps them in line and makes them do the right thing. So, yeah, exactly. It's been real. It's been fun. It hasn't been real fun, right? I made a very good living, and I thank him for that. But I worked my rear end off to make a good living. So, and it wasn't always
Active.
appreciated or rewarded by the company. So, so I'm glad to be going. I'm glad to be done. And I'm glad to be done early. I'm very blessed that I'm retiring early. Most of the people in my profession living here in America don't retire until at least 65, somewhere between 65 and 70. In fact, I have several co-workers that didn't retire till after 70, and so I'm retiring at 57. So I'm way ahead of the curve. So, and I'm glad for that. I'm thankful for that. So, made a good living. But you're only 42, yeah. What's up, Dark Slider? Thanks for being here tonight. Wow, jump through a triangle, wormhole on a whim to find content. My internet drops before I can save my entrance. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about that, Blue Gray. And half my armor gone as I warp to a busy sun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in that case, it might be easier just to die and get home. Hopefully you don't have really expensive implants. I've heard that a lot of people have been mentioning today. When I was on earlier, a lot of people were mentioning that they're getting dropped. I, knock on wood, haven't been dropped yet. So, pretty thankful for that. But what do you want to bet? We get to this system and the belt's gone. But we'll see. Still there now, and I'm only 5 jumps away. So, but Darkslider, good to see you. And Raven, thanks for that. 42 was quite a ways away. So, somebody who one of the people the only girl on our team, she's in her 20s, and yeah, I think she's bold. She's bold her whole life, all 20 years, and much better, much better than me. And she actually messed up her knee this weekend and was still bowling. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's not me. That's not me. So I love you guys, and I might come to cheer you on and buy drinks, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna bowl. It's bad enough now with my knees the way they are to bowl. So, but yeah, this is my. Aren't a whole lot of bowling alleys in the Philippines, and 99% of them are on military bases, which I never served in the military, so they probably won't let me in. So I'm not planning on bowling after this one. But the captain of our team, he actually wasn't there last night. And so he works for a bank as well, just a different bank, one of our competitors. And he's actually worked for 3 of our competitors in the time I've known him. And he's going to send me our winnings, whatever they turn out to be. So no, we're not. Well, I mean, I'm headed to an Empire belt, but there wasn't anybody in Ufine, so we mined on Monday night. Dark Slider, sorry. You'll need to take up Luke's on Baca. Yeah. Somebody else was saying there's a gambling thing that they do in the Philippines. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, somebody else mentioned that. So they love basketball, believe it or not. You know, all of them are like 5 feet tall, but they love basketball. So I thought, I'm a foot taller than all of them, and maybe I could actually do okay in basketball with them, but they'd probably still beat me like a bad habit. So, plus, like I said, my knees. I was a cyclist when I was young, and had a couple bad accidents, and they had predicted in, I don't know, the 90s that I would have to have my knees replaced. And ironically, here I am, still not replaced, but I do feel it on days like today. So last night, leaving the bowling alley, it was weird. I think we talked about it on Monday, but they were calling for a blizzard here. They said we were going to get a blizzard, about 1 inch of snow, which I was like, okay, maybe our definitions of blizzard are different, okay? But says, no worries, just curious, saw you mining ships, so figured I would ask. No worries, Dark Slider. I was trying. There was nobody in Ufine, so that's why I looked to see where the nearest Empire belt was, and I headed for it, so at least I can grab something. I looked earlier when I was in Venelin, and it was like the same amount away, so I figured I'd try from here. So, but yeah, so they called for a blizzard. So last night at the bowling alley, in the middle of bowling, the power went out, which I was like, okay, what do we do now? So we waited for the power to come back on, which it came back on pretty quick, and then it took them 20 minutes to get the machines all set up and everything going again. And I was like, wow, really? Looks like there's nobody here. Holy crap, I got the place all to myself. Nobody's here. Well, that is just amazing. I don't understand that, but I'll take it. Actually, which one gives more? That gives 368 knocks. That one gives 920 knocks. You're mining the wrong one, buddy. Mining the wrong one. All right. That's the one thing I don't like about this is I don't have one where I can kind of see multiple. So there comes somebody. What is he? He's in an arbiter. Well, that's not a mining ship. But yeah, so they're calling for a blizzard, which I thought that's weird. We've had pretty much 50-degree weather for the last week, and they're calling for 50-degree weather for the next week. But all of a sudden, middle Tuesday night, blizzard from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. But accumulations of 1 inch. I'm like, hold on. Blizzard means a lot of snow, right? So I was like, okay, well, that don't make no sense. So anyway, I come out of the bowling alley. So we lost power. I texted my wife, asked her, hey, did you lose power? And of course she said 3 hours later, no. I'm like, okay, well, good for us. He's not there anymore. All right, he must have gone. But yeah, so I'm like, and so it was just pouring down rain when we lost power. So I come out of the bowling alley, and it is snowing so hard that I can't see my hand in front of my face. It is snowing that hard. And of course, all I had on was this sweatshirt and some sweatpants. Because when I went, it was 50 degrees. It's down to like 33. I'm like, and of course, I'm in my car, which has a clearance of about this far. Nissan Sentra. And so, love the car. Not a whole lot of clearance. So anyway. So I'm driving home, and I'm only 10 minutes from home. So it's really not a huge deal. But driving home, the whole way home, I cannot see at all. I'm just like, and so this was like, but luckily, because it had rained so much, there was so much water, the snow wasn't sticking to the ground. So I got home, no problem. I think I have one of those front cameras on my car. Well, the snow was blowing so much because it was real heavy wind. The snow was blowing so much, I guess it covered that front camera. So the whole way home, this alarm's going off in my car saying, hey, your front camera's not working. I'm like, honestly, the front camera irritates me more than it helps. So it's never actually slammed the brakes on, but it warns me every single time I come to a stoplight. Every single time I come behind somebody. And that was the other problem. Is I think I hit every light on the way home, which I was like, crap. But anyway, I got home, came in the house, and I told the wife, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of snow tomorrow, but I'll probably drive you just to be safe. Sure enough, we get up this morning. What had happened is the temperature dropped down in the 20s. And so all the water that was standing on the road froze, and then the snow kind of went on top of it. So just an icy mess. I got her to work. Wasn't a problem. We left really early. But it was one of those, it was just like, but it actually took me probably 20 minutes to get into the car, her car, which I wish I'd have drove last night. But because the water had frozen on it, so it was like a half inch of ice. And then, of course, by noon, it's 40 degrees, so everything's gone. And I'm like, this is just way too weird. We usually have weird weather here in Missouri and Kansas, but we don't usually have this weird weather. So, but there is absolutely no one here. I mean, this is nice. Are there any stations here? There are no stations here. Wow. Interesting. Huh. That's interesting. But yeah, so don't jinx it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So if anybody wants to join me, I am in Rayeret. I got here by flying all high sex. Rayeret. And there is nobody here. I'm shocked, but kind of pleased. And the next closest one is 22 jumps away. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, there's this one. It was 16 jumps for me from Upine. So, but it may be closer to you guys. These guys will give me that. So yeah, what I did is I traded 7 million trit. I think that made me about 29 million. And then I bought 20,000 Nox for the same price. So that's what I ended up doing today, which worked out nice. 20,000 Nox will keep me going for quite a while. So these Empire belts, if I get both of these roids fully, I'll get about 2,000. I think somewhere between 2 and 5,000 Nox. So not a huge amount, but like I said, usually 1 or 2 Empire belts a month keeps me in business. So guess I'm building something big. But I did throw a Noctis in the oven, which actually I probably need to check. Oh no, it did finish. Oh, that's not the one I want. The Noctis did finish, but I threw some other stuff in the oven. There we go. Imicus, because I need to build a Helios to bring down here. And then some salvagers. That was good. And then I have 3 Pro Raiders in the oven. So each one of those should gross me roughly about 140 million. So that'll be nice. But I'll probably, since nobody's around, I'll probably jump back tonight. After I do this one. I'm curious. Is Upine closer? Oh, I left that one there. I left that one there because that's where that moon thing was. Yeah. Probably not there anymore. Occular filter. There's a cruiser. So Upine is closer at 16 jumps. Vanillin is 23 jumps. Okay, so no problem. So yeah, I'll go back to Upine and then jump back to Vanillin. So, by the way, do you want a Squall UPC? Sure. Let me. When you contract it to me, put in there what the value is so I can pay you for it. So, appreciate all the gifts you guys are giving me, but you guys have given me way too much. I want to at least pay my way. So, maybe once I jump back, so we'll take care of these 2. Maybe we'll pick up some others just to fill up our hold. But then we'll. Oh, here comes another one in a sacrilege. So what are these guys looking for? Are they looking for somebody to jump? I don't get it. It's high sec. I don't get it. I also don't know why I can't see him. No, he's gone again. All right. But yeah. But yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll do some scanning. Blue-gray's got me in the mood for some wormhole stuff. Thinking it might be nice to try and track down my wormhole. At least make some kind of effort to scan a few down. See if it leads me to the one we're working on. Probably won't. Never does. But maybe I get lucky. I have a third alt, and I haven't played in a long while. And I'm planning on putting it in there if and when we find it. So, because I can make some really good money in there. So, problem is, I'm sure somebody's living there now. And maybe I figure out some way to pay them just to do the PI. Because this PI in high sec is really, really, really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Jackson said he has a jump clone in nullsec that he's doing it, and that'll work. But you still got to get all the stuff back again. So I'm gonna do that. I may as well. I already got five planets set up in wormhole space, so that are already full to the max with stuff. So it'd be nice to find it and get it all out of there. So. But yeah, that's the second combat ship that has come in here. Sorry for the sniffling. I really apologize about that. I was listening to the stream. Actually, I didn't listen to the stream till late yesterday. Forgot all about it. I had to go in the office yesterday, and which is always a bummer. And so I didn't listen to it till late. So yeah, the YouTube people didn't get to see it till really late last night. But yeah, the sniffling really gets picked up by the microphone quite well. So need to knock this out so I don't have that anymore. So sorry about that. Really apologize, but glad to have you guys here. I'm going to figure out what my schedule is going to be for the next month. We're going to try and stick as close to the schedule as we can and try and minimize the downtime. Because you guys, believe it or not, are a solution to the stress, which I appreciate. But yes, this move is by far the most stressful thing I think I've ever done in my life. So, and it's made that way even more so by the fact that my wife doesn't seem to have any clue. So she just knows it's all going to work out because I take care of everything. So it's why I train my alts for deluge. It's easier to funnel the PI out of null. Yep, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. So. But yeah, so. What else? Yeah, not a whole lot. The dog is on a heavy diet. So I need her to lose 2 pounds, which is like, I don't know, a sixth of her body weight. Hey, there's a Hulk. Finally, another miner. Oh, so this is the guy that came in the combat ship. Now he came back with a miner, so he was just checking it out. That's not bad. I can understand that. Now, let's see what he targets. He's targeting the jet ochre. Damn it. Oh, well. That's his right. He probably needs the Nox as much as I do. And then there's an Orca from the same group. Well, maybe if I play my cards right. Escape Pochvan, but now I'm in null. Well, that's a little bit better than Pochvan. So yeah, they got an Orca here. So maybe I'll get an invite man, if they do compression, oh, that would be awesome. We'll see. Probably not. They don't want me tearing up their same stuff, but no, they said they would. So yeah, so I'll let them have the jet ochre. The invite's worth that. So especially if I get some compression. That would be awesome. Oh, there it is. There it is. So yeah, so see, that's pretty awesome. Now let's see if I can compress. Nope. Compression up shortly. There you go. All right. So yeah, so that worked out pretty good. Yeah, I'm not getting the boost jet anyway, so there it is. Now let's see. Yeah, so maybe once I jump back, once I jump back to Venolin, we'll do some scanning. See what we can find. I haven't lived on the edge for a while. I did, but it was 16 jumps from Eufine, so yeah, so I went a ways for it, and the next closest one is 22 jumps, but nobody was here, and so I actually am actually making out all right. Man, they cleared that Judd Ochre already. Holy cow. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that earlier. Crap. I can't remember who that was. I was on earlier and somebody mentioned that they kept getting disconnected too. They thought it was something local to them. They said they had restarted everything in their house to try and solve it and it still hadn't solved it. But I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had any disconnects. Now, I'm working on gigabyte internet connection, which I'm really going to miss. And I'm sure the Philippines is probably not going to be the best connection to Eve, but yeah, that's where that is. So yeah, man, they killed that Jet Ochre super quick. So they probably both were mining it. That's why. But this Pellucid, this will cover me for a little bit. Seven runs, 900 units each. Maybe 8. See how much I can squeeze out of it. Where'd they go? Oh, because now they're in my fleet. That's why. See, that's the other thing. It still should still show them here. I have to constantly change. So yeah, they would be in the friend category now. So our Empire Belts just ice or can be different ones. So no, the Empire Belts are not ice. They are special minerals. So they have, I think, 5 types of minerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 types of ore. So yttrium is the most common, and that gives isogen, I think. Yeah, all isogen. And then the pellucid gives Nox. The ephraim gives, I think, Zidrine. Yep. And the Ducium gives Megasite. And then there was a jet ochre that also gives Nox, but it gives the pellucid gives Nox and pyrite and Mex. The jet ochre gives Mex, isogen, and Nox. So, but the pellucid gives the most Nox, so that's one I always target. But yes, they're always those 5 types. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those 5 types of ore. And so, and then once they're gone, they respawn somewhere else, which is kind of nice. So. But yeah,
The asteroid is
that's the end of that one. So yeah, so what I'll do, I'm going to see what they're targeting so I don't target the same things. So they're targeting the yttrium. So let me see. The ephraim and the ducium are actually the ones that make the most. Where's the yttrium? Where's the ephraim? Yeah, so what's that? That's another yttrium, yeah. So there's the, so they're doing the ephraim, because yeah, that's one, and also I'll do the ducium. But yeah, so the Nox is what I need. The other ones I just do to whatever makes the most. These pandemic horde people aren't very helpful. Yeah, so you ended up in their space in nullsec. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, so the Empire Belts strictly have ore. There are other ones when you look in here. There are other ones that are ice belts. So when you go out here to resource harvesting, you can look for ice belts or planets or asteroids. So yeah, so you can kind of do whatever. I always do these ore anomalies, and they're the ones I search for, the ones that are in high sec. They're always in 0.5 systems, and they have these 5 ores. And so it's the only place in high sec to get these ores. Actually, I think it's the only place to get these ores ever. They have different versions of them in low sec and null sec and wormhole space. But yeah, for here, this is the only place. So yeah, sorry about that. I never finished your thoughts. So, Dark Slider. Range bonus and module duration. All right, cool. I'm hoping that another one shows up a little closer than 22 jumps. I don't want to go 22 jumps. But it gave me hope when I got here. So Liturgia, I think, is actually Oshama. Oshama's right near Venoland. So maybe when we jump back, we'll do that. It'll probably be gone. That's a pretty common one. Sounds interesting. I'll check it out some. Yeah, Jackson's the one that actually turned me on to him. I was doing low sec mining in order to try and get the higher end ores that I needed, and it was dangerous, very dangerous. This is much better, much better. I should have probably brought Kragan out here with me. So But yeah, the because that way we could have kind of double punched it. But normally what happens is I get to them and there's like one yttrium roid left, because yttrium is definitely the most common, and so there's a bunch of those. And so yeah, I got ISO coming out my ears. So yeah, I've got ISO coming out my ears. So, but I can always trade that for what I need. So ISO used to be the one that I was always short of, and then I don't know, CCP made some kind of change, and I don't think they've caught up the Empire Belts to it, because I'm pretty sure that's why yttrium is so common in the Empire Belts, was because ISO was the stumbling block. But now ISO is no longer the stumbling block, and so yeah, so it's kind of funny because they're not really catching up. So yeah, so they're targeting the Ducium too. No worries. Oh, so they got a couple guys here now. They're bringing in a whole bunch. But yeah, you can see. So when I was mining the compressed pellucid, I was getting 78, 79 per cycle. Now with the Ducium, I'm only getting 39 per cycle. And that's what I would get with the Ephraim as well. They're higher end ores, but you get less density or something. I don't know. There's some. I'm sure there's some kind of a explanation. But so they show up in PvP too. Okay. There we go. That shows them all. And his boosts are not really boosting the numbers, they're just boosting the duration. So my duration went down to 40 seconds instead of 60 seconds per cycle. So, and my range has increased. But yeah, that's the problem with this endurance. It only has one slot. So where when I mine, I'm used to mining with a lot more. So but yeah, so kind of nice to find some friendly people. Ads are getting ready to start. Kind of nice to find some friendly people. Normally with the Empire Belt, since they are high sec, if somebody shows up with an orca, they'll give you an invite. They don't usually give them for free. They usually just, you have to ask for it. So, and I'm probably going to ask the guy if he wants boosting compression in the fleet. And he says, thanks, but no. Yeah, I'm probably going to ask him if he wants something for the heavy water for the fuel. So at least it could help cover that. He'll probably say no, but I'll ask just to be nice, since he was nice. It's the least I can do. Saved me a lot. So I can usually get, I think I can get all of one, all the pellucid, and almost all the jet without compression. If I'm all by myself, which never, very rarely happens. I won't say never, because it has happened at least once, but yeah, it's kind of hard to come by. Sorry, there's the ads. I think most of you are subscribed after the Monday night event. Kicking and Jackson got a little carried away. I've never seen anybody turn down. I've never seen anybody turn down a fleet request. That's pretty. Nothing better. You at least want the boost, right? And the compression. I mean, compression's a game changer. He's in a prospect, so he's got an even smaller hold than I have. So, and there's no station here. Maybe he's no, he's not jet cam mining. Oh, maybe he was jet cam mining. I see JKT's out there. Good to see you, JKT. I see Jackson says he's in the stream. Spicy Pico. Say hello, gentlemen. At least I know you're there. There's JKT. Good to see ya. Sorry, you guys. I love my lurkers, so don't worry about that. So, wasn't calling you guys out. I was just wondering. It said I got my number here on the screen, here right next to my camera, and I was trying to figure out. There's only 4 or 5 people that have been talking, so I was trying to figure out who the other 5 people were. So, a lot of people in the late night with Silver Wolf channel. So appreciate you guys there. Appreciate you guys being here on the stream. Yeah, that's what we'll do is we'll shut this one down. I'll mine till I'm full. Was doing some clear ice a bit earlier. Yeah, I do ice when we need water. That's about the heavy water is the fuel for the orca and the porpoise. That's about the only time I do ice. Ice is really slow. I think I did some during the event because that was, that's what it was. But and that's the only event I think I've ever completed in my 23 years playing Eve. So yeah, 22 years, going on 22 years. Yeah. So yeah, so but yeah, ice is really slow. And that takes a whole different type of compression too, which I just think is wrong. But CCP, that's kind of their way. And I want to say hi to my YouTubers. Sorry I didn't get you to Monday night's stream out first thing Tuesday morning like I normally do. Completely spaced it. I have half a dozen loyal fans that watch it on YouTube, so they can't catch it live because of time zones or whatever. So I appreciate them. But yeah. So the paperwork for the dog is progressing. Now all I gotta do is get her weight down so that I know we can actually get on the plane with her. I ordered another crate that looks like it'll be lighter. Same size but lighter. So we're gonna give that a try as well. Anything to strip a couple pounds out of the deal. It's weird. If your suitcase is overweight, so we're allowed 100 pounds per suitcase in our checked luggage. Of course, that's checked luggage too. But if your suitcase is overweight, they just charge you extra. But if your dog's overweight, they won't let you on the plane. And I'm like, I'd be happy to pay a little bit extra. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to bring a 50-pound dog when it's only allowed 15. I'm worried about her being, 15 and a half. But yeah. But it's funny, when her brother was alive, before we had him put down, he would eat her food almost every day. As soon as I turned my back, he would eat her food. And now she's eating her food every day, so that's probably why she's gained some weight. So I've had to kind of cut her rations. What if I'm overweight? Yeah, that's, I guess if once you get to a certain point, they do charge you for 2 seats. So, but I haven't had that happen yet. So, I'm fat, but I guess I'm not that fat, right? But yeah, I kind of figured with my dog, since, she's got to fit under the seat. So, she really can't be that overweight, right? But they were like, no, they won't allow any leeway on the dog weight. If your passport said you were XX pounds, show up taking weight, you charge for overweight. No, what they normally do, it's when it's by your size. I think when you check in, if they deem you to be too big for 1 seat, they can charge you for 2 or deny you entry. I've never had that happen, but I've seen some people that I probably could see that happening to. I don't know how often they fly, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like discrimination at its finest, but I also understand the plane has a weight allowance that it can carry. And so, I used to fly small planes. I was learning to get my pilot's license for many years and never actually completed it. In fact, that's one of the things I need to go drop off. I'm going to donate my headset and a couple other things, since they cost me an arm and a leg, and I probably won't be able to sell them. But yeah, I was training, and so with the little planes, I understand, But with a 747 and jet engines, I'm not sure the weight really makes that much difference unless everybody is like 400 pounds. But I have sat next to someone who was, let's say John Candy sized when he was alive, and that can be uncomfortable in economy or coach. I don't know what I think they call it economy now. It used to be called coached. But I'm not John Candy sized, but I'm getting there. So I'm planning in the Philippines. That'll change because 100 degrees every day. It's probably going to strip it off pretty quick. So but yeah, we've had several times when we're gone for cruises or stuff like that where our luggage was like a pound we're allowed, when we've gone to the Philippines, because we're allowed 100 pounds per bag, 50 kilos. And we've had where it's like a pound over. And so we start actually messing with it and moving stuff and reweighing it. It's funny, with the dog, they don't even give us that option. They weigh her. If she's over, sorry. No, take her collar off, switch crates, none of that. You got one chance and one chance only. And it's like, I guess for most people it's not a problem, but we're right there on that borderline. So, okay, I understand. Polynesian woman down Black Square, yeah, was smuggling 2 midgets in her pants. Yep. Yeah, so, and it's funny because we're doing Korean Airlines is what we're planning. We haven't bought our tickets yet, but they're harassing me. The people that are doing our paperwork are harassing me to buy the tickets, which I'm like, well, want to make sure you can get the paperwork done before I'm going to buy the tickets. because the tickets are pretty much non-refundable. So, but we're doing Korean Air, and they actually have special seats on the plane for people that are bringing their pets. And I think they're ones that have a bigger space under the seat or some. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they are, but I'm assuming they have some difference. So yeah, but you know they have a limited number of those per flight. So the sooner you get your ticket, the better. So, but they weren't sure they were going to be able to get our paperwork done in time. Now I think they are, but they really haven't said that. So, and I was kind of waiting for them to actually say it. Say it! Say it! But yeah, so. And then, of course, yeah, if you're bringing a pet and they don't have one of those spots, well, then you can't fly on that flight. So that's what you have to do. You have to buy your tickets as an adult and then call them to see if you can get your pet on there. And if you can't get your pet on there, well, then kind of too bad. You gotta pay the change fee, or non-refundable. So, at first Trigate, a double wide seat so pet holder can be next to you. No, they make us always put her under the seat, and that's one of the things they're very strict about. She's got to stay in the crate the whole time, which I understand, but she's got to be under the seat the whole time, which I'm like, yeah, I can understand takeoff and landing. You know, you got to stow your laptop and all that stuff, take off and landing. But once we're flying, you can get your laptop out. You can do stuff, I kind of see her like a laptop that bites people, right? So, but yeah, so, yeah. But yeah, not sure how that's going to work, so. But yeah, we'll have to see. But it's been interesting. Like I said, I really wish I had the ability to fast forward like a month and a half where I'm on the beach, drinking 7 and 7s and not a care in the world. All my financial stuff is set up, because they're pretty much telling me I can't do any of that before I leave, which I'm not at all happy about. But I really don't have much choice. It's their world, so. But yeah, the dog right now is the one that's weighing on me the most. Since we've quote unquote sold the house, we have a agreement. It'll close sometime here later in March, since we're gonna still have it until April, middle of April. But yeah, the people that were supposed to buy it were supposed to come by over the weekend, and they were ghosting me. And so I was really afraid that was going to fall through. And because none of my financial stuff will be set up before I leave, that's really my only finance that I'm going to have to survive and get everything paid for the trip. And so we have a little bit of savings, but we don't want to cut through that, because then there's nothing. So, but yeah, so that's kind of worked. Got to get closer. And I'm sure it'll probably all get set up. It probably won't be a problem, but you know how that is. It's just kind of, my company's been paying me for 25 years and has never missed a payment in 25 years. All right. But what's the chance my very last paycheck, which is supposed to come a week after we leave, doesn't show up? Especially since it's not a regular paycheck. It's going to be like a 7-week paycheck, It's going to be a pretty big one. And so I'm kind of like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because that would be the one that would go wrong. But yeah. And then, of course, my 401k. So since I am only 57, I can't collect Social Security until at least 62. So they are telling me that. So my plan was to set up my disbursements off my 401k, and my 401k provider says, "Oh yeah, you can't do that until at least a month after you quit." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" They're like, "Well, that's just the way it works." I'm like, okay, why? It's my money, and I want it now, right? J.G. Wentworth. But yeah, they're like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. You can't set up disbursements until we see that you're no longer employed.
The asteroid is depleted.
Oh, wrong one. Until we see you're no longer employed, and we don't see your no. I said, well, my company should be able to tell you right now that I already have given my notice. Unlock. Thank you. And they were like, yeah, that doesn't work that way. We don't trust your company. Well, thanks. I said, so we only go by when you haven't been paid for 2 consecutive pay periods. Oh, what? And then we'll send you a packet of information that'll tell you how you can set up your disbursements. I'm like, I'm not going to be in America. Yeah, well, that's not our problem. So yeah, so yeah, I'm a little frustrated, but I'm sure it'll all work out. It's just we're making the trip with not everything set up the way I had originally planned, so. Actually, I think I did do Kragan's today. I haven't done Falstaff's. Maybe I did. But yeah. So yeah, so as you can see, this yttrium, I was only getting 39 of the ephraim and deuterium, and 78 of the pellucid, and the yttrium, I'm getting over 1,000 per cycle. So not only does it give ISO, but it gives you get a lot more ore per cycle. So yeah, so that's probably why. Like I said, at one point in time, ISO was the problem, and it kind of made sense. Now ISO's not the problem, so they really need to. It seems from everybody I've talked to, Nox is what everybody's short of. So what's up, btasq? Good to see you tonight. And then what'll happen once we get rid of who was the one asking about the sites? That was Dark Slider. Once we get rid of these, so once this last one's gone, it will cause another one of these Empire belts to spawn, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so I just told them I'm happy to donate for the heavy water if they need it. So We'll see what they say. If they say no, I'll tell them about our Monday mining event and invite them to join us. We're good. Just hang out again sometime. Only price we asked. Alright, so I told them about the mining event. And then put a plug in for my stream. Oh, look at that. There's only one 14 away now. And it's all high sec too. I think I'll go. Can't hurt, right? Can't hurt. Oh, I lost a boost. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I'll finish this one off so it'll spawn another one. So I'm doing Empire Belts, btasq. These are these high sec belts that pop up here when you go out to the agency and then do resource harvesting and ore anomalies. They're always in a 0.5 system. And they have these 5 ores that show up in them. They disappear pretty quick because a lot of people know about them now, especially since they show up here. They're public. You don't have to scan. You used to have to scan them down. Now they're public. And so, but these give you access to higher end ores in high sec. When I got to this one, I was the only one here, so it worked out pretty good. But yep. There was just an orca here, so in fact they gave me an invite, so I was able to get compression, which is game changer. So but yeah, I'm a builder, and so I'm always short of Nox, and so they have 2 ores in there that provide Nox, and so I usually shoot for them to get Nox. Otherwise, I'd have to go to low sec or null sec or wormhole space to try and get Nox, and that's always a hard one. So, but yeah, they've got. So yeah, I was telling earlier, the Pellucid gives Nox, and the Jet gives Nox, and then the Ducium gives Megasite, the Ephraim gives Zidrine, and the Yttrium here, what I'm mining now that I just finished off, it gives ISO, and so yeah, you can get some higher end ores from it. So I'm going to go ahead and head to this other one since it's 16 jumps back to Ufine anyway. I'm going to try and hit up another one. I try it. Most of them you got to go through low sec. So the way it works is these O5 systems are O5 systems that border low sec, and so normally to get to most of them, you usually have to go through low sec. I've been avoiding going through low sec lately because we've gotten ganked a couple times jumping through low sec. So, but yeah. So, and now that these guys had compression, they really did me a huge favor. So,
Warp drive active.
because that really made a difference. We'll see if I pass these guys. Though with this new one she's got here, I probably won't see him. Let's try this. This might work. Made 17 million ISK mining. There you go. Yeah, so the Zidrine, like I said, right now I think Zidrine's the most expensive, or one of the most expensive ores. So that's always a good one, and one of the most expensive minerals. So yeah, a lot of people jump in there to mine that, or the Nox usually goes first for builders like me. So, but we do btasq. We actually do. There you go. Yep. That's the one. That's the one I usually target when we do high sec mining. But yeah, we have a mining event every Monday night. You're welcome to join us in Ufine. And so we do it every Monday night. And so everybody's welcome. We provide the boost, we provide the compression. You take all the ore you mine. It's all yours. So it's usually a pretty good time.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. So no, we do it in high sec. Ufine is I think it's a 06 system. So that's where we do it. And so yeah. And it's a nice quiet system. It's got I think 22 belts. So yeah, we usually have more than enough to do. We used to work in another one. I think that's one jump over, and we had some conflict with some other miners, so we moved. So we get anywhere from 5 to 15. So I think we've had as many as 15 one night, and I think last night or Monday night we only had about 5. So, but I've actually been missing a lot of streaming lately, so that might have been why.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, we usually, usually a pretty good night. So we've had last night we only cleared 2 belts, but we cleared 2 whole belts, and then we've had other nights where we've cleared 6 or 7. So yeah, that's why it's nice to have a system that has enough belts to handle us. So yeah. Yeah, we usually only do high sec, so.
Warp drive active.
Hey, Scott Lauder, how you doing tonight? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here.
Warp drive active.
That's just the way we like it. All right, so all my fleet guys logged, so I'm going to leave this fleet in case I run into another one here. No, always appreciate you being here. I do this for you guys. I was going to play games at this time every night regardless, so the streaming is mostly just for you guys, so kind of help in any way I can. I've been playing Eve for, well, we were just talking about that, 22 years. So, but I still learn something new every day. So it's got a lot of facets. So any way I can help. It's a pretty good game. I haven't always been a fan of CCP. I haven't played the whole 22 years, but this character here has been around for the whole time. But the times that I left were because CCP made some knee-jerk change that pissed me or my corp or everybody off. And so yeah, so from that perspective, that was when the sabbaticals I took were because of that. So, but as space games go, I always come back. So, and then yeah, I've actually enjoyed streaming immensely. So I actually got into it primarily for some charity work, and that has been very rewarding. I've only actually done one charity stream in I think actually this month it'll be a year that I'm streaming, and I've only done one charity event that year, but it was incredible. It was definitely something I want to try and do more of. So, but yeah, I don't know how often you've been here, Scott, but my wife and I are retiring here in actually just under a month. I guess it'd be 29 days, 30 days now. Yeah, 30 days. 31 days in March. So April 4th we're retiring, and April 9th we are moving to the Philippines. My wife is from the Philippines, and so we're going to move to the Philippines and live the rest of our life from there. And so I will continue to stream, and I will continue to stream in the same time frame, because from there it'll be roughly around noon, which is the hottest part of the day. And in the Philippines it's way too hot for me. So yeah, hopefully. I've never been known for tanning. I've been more known for burning. So you guys might see the red. Yeah, burning and peeling and then burning again. So yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't come to that, but yeah. But the big problem in the Philippines, I have a gigabyte connection here and I love it. Costs me next to nothing. I'm gonna have trouble getting a gigabyte connection in the Philippines. So a lot of things are kind of still up in the air. I probably won't be able to multi-box it. We'll have to see. Streaming takes up a lot of bandwidth, and so we'll have to see how it works. There are streamers from the Philippines, so I know it's possible, but I may have to play around with some things to figure out how to get to work. My wife and I are going to build a house there, and so that's been her dream. And we already have land, but we're going to probably be renting for a year while the house is getting built. So, and so yeah, so the rental will give me time to kind of figure stuff out. It's in the same general area as where our land is, so we can keep an eye on. That's the other problem, is you really can't build in the Philippines unless you're there, because things get lost in translation. Rooms end up where you didn't intend them to end up, and materials disappear, and so yeah, so it's always better to be there to keep an eye on things. But yeah, we're looking forward to it, but it is a huge stressful move. So it's interesting to see how this is going to work out. So we have a dog that we're taking with it. We actually had two dogs, and I lost one of them. Yeah, a little over 2 weeks ago. And so yeah, it's been interesting. There's to Pellucid. I'm an Aussie. If things don't end up how I want them, then I'll throw snakes in people's beds. Don't pay people to not listen. There you go. Alright, so this guy's targeting me. Oh my goodness, there's 17. Oh, because of the boost. That's alright, there they go. Nope, I still need 17. Really? Oh, I'm targeting the wrong one, you dingbat. This is the one I want. It only let me target 2. Oh, because it's a trig system. Alright, so it's attacking one of them. I just don't know which one. No worries. Alright, there's one. Oh, did they leave? Looks like they lost. Yeah, looks like they left. Oh, that sucks. Now, the question is... Oh, there's stations here. So I could always drop off at the stations and come back. So we may have to do that. That's funny you bring up the snakes. That's one I just learned recently. Is that there is quite a few cobras and other poisonous snakes in the Philippines that I had no idea about. Something my wife failed to mention. And we have little dogs, so I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. So. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm definitely not a snake fan. So, but we'll see how that works out. So this guy left when the rats came. I mean, he's in a porpoise for crying out loud. But, oh well. All good. I should put at least one salvaging drone on here so I can salvage. So I asked him if there's any boost. And I told him the rats are gone. And as soon as I told him the rats were gone, he came right back. So interesting, but looks like he's only got 2. Oh no, he's got more drones. Okay, cool. Yeah, so doesn't look like he's doing any boost or compression or anything. So that's all right. We'll work it out. All good. Yeah, somebody was saying something about that earlier here in Missouri. Missouri, I live in Kansas, so I'm right on the border between Kansas and Missouri. Kansas City, I'm in Kansas City, and Kansas City spans the border, and half of it's in Kansas, half of it's in Missouri. But somebody was saying here in Missouri that there were some that really blend in on the oak trees really well. I can't remember what the name of them was, but I had no idea we had poisonous snakes here. But and I've been here 25 years, yeah, give or take. So he's obviously watching local because he saw I told him the rats were gone. But not wanting to help out with compression or boost. So oh well. It's all good. Just move away slowly and 90% of the problem goes away. Yeah, see that's a problem. I have dachshunds, or I had dachshunds. I still have a dachshund. But yeah, little dogs, and they're little yippy dogs, and they never leave anything alone. So we were spending a lot of money to take them to the Philippines. Now, since the one passed, we're taking the other one on the plane with us because she's small enough. Well, she's small enough that she should be able to ride on a plane with us. Right now, we're having a weight problem, so we got to get her to lose a pound or two. So she fits under the requirements, but yes, so that's actually not costing us that much, but yeah, my theory was we were going to pay a whole bunch of money and take them to the Philippines, and then they get bit by a cobra in like day 1 or 2, and because that's usually the way my luck works, but yeah, like you said, they'll probably learn, but the other one that struck me as really odd is they said, someone was telling us here the other day, we watch a lot of vloggers there, and even though they have a big cobra problem, the hospitals do not keep any anti-venom in stock. So even if you get bit by a cobra, you're going to die because there's no anti-venom. And I just thought that was really strange. So, I mean, in the Philippines, getting to the hospital is usually the biggest problem. And so that was something that I was always going to be concerned about. But I figured once I got to the hospital, surely they would have some anti-venom. But they said, yeah, they don't even carry it. So probably because it is such a problem to get to the hospital, they figure only 1 out of 10 actually gets to the hospital in time. So why carry it? So, especially since it probably has a pretty short shelf life. But so I was thinking, maybe black marketing it and seeing if I could carry at least one, keep in our refrigerator, So that way just in case. But I'm sure that probably won't work out. Those kind of things never work out. So, but it was a consideration. So, one of those things I found through my life that if you prepare for something and you are prepared for it, it won't happen. But if you're not prepared for it, you can almost guarantee it's going to happen. So I always try to prepare for everything. So now the question is, how far away? So we're only 10 jumps from Euphine and 16 jumps from Venolin. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Don't worry about the snakes. Yeah. Probably one of the things I shouldn't be worried about, so you're right. As concerns go, it's probably one of the least, so. So the Jet Ochre's still there. I don't think he's targeting the Jet Ochre, is he? Doesn't seem like he is. Okay, I targeted it. Where is it? She would show me how I'm targeting something. There it is. Yeah, he's not targeting it. But yeah, so we'll see if we get this one, and then we'll... That was 897 is what we got from that other belt. So I don't have enough room for 897. So we'll get what we can, and then I'll dock. So they do have anti-venom for cobras over there. It's reserved for people, though. Yeah, that's probably somebody who's higher on the food chain than I am. So yeah, which makes sense, It was funny. We actually have 2 properties over there. We bought one years and years ago, a smaller property. That when we first got together, so my wife and I have been married, we'll be 18 years in May. And so when we first got married, we bought a property over there, and we paid for it over the years. And it was a smaller property. And so we went to visit it one time. We were in the Philippines. So back in the day, we used to visit every 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And so we made several trips. And we were there visiting one time. And my wife had told me that the guy across the street, so we bought one small lot, like 300 square meters, which is not even parking lot sized, right? And so we bought it, and it was a corner lot, and it was triangular shaped. It was really weird, but it was like one of the last lots they had. So, and they said it was all feng shui and all this other bull crap, but so we bought it. Well, the guy across the street had bought 4 lots and put a big wall around all 4 and built a big old house. And I asked her, I said, what's up with this guy? And she said, well, he builds hospitals in the Philippines. So he's like one of the richest guys in the Philippines. And so we went to visit it one day with all the family, and he came running out in his bathrobe and I told her, I said, you really got to get a picture of this. And she's like, he's really not that famous. And I said, no, it's not that he's famous. I said, this is kind of a momentous thing here, because here's one of the richest guys in the Philippines who once is running out here in his bathrobe to shake one of the poorest guy's hands from America, and he thinks he's the blessed one. And so she didn't get it. But also, most snake bites are not a concern. Don't know much about cobra. When bitten, you lay down, don't move after the bite. As poison travels through your lymphatic system, not blood. So after 3 days, the poison shouldn't have any effect. I didn't know that. Cool, thanks for that. Good to know. But yeah, it was funny because he came running out in his bathrobe and wanted to shake my hand. He was just so proud to know the American across the street. And I was like, yeah, here this guy's one of the richest guys in the Philippines, and he's happy to shake my hand. So way to go, Blue Gray. But yeah, it was kind of funny because I was like, but yeah, she didn't get it. Years later, I explained it to her again, and she's like, oh, now I get it. Yeah. I was like, that's how it works. It's funny because we're trying to sell that property now, and it's actually tripled in value. It was a very good investment. And the guy across the street was one of the people who wanted to buy it, but he was trying to undercut me because he figured I didn't know what it was worth. So now we actually have it listed with a realtor, which is a whole different issue. So way to go, Blue Gray. Yeah. Pokven. Every time I go on Pokven, I get killed. Either by NPCs or by somebody, some player who's calling it home. No, you're all good. Congratulations. Way better than I would have managed. So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, but yeah, he was negotiating with us and kept trying to undercut us, and I was like, "Nah, I know what it's worth, buddy. I'm already giving you a deal. It's worth." So we bought it for 1.2 million pesos, which is about 25,000 US. Now it's worth 5.5 million pesos, which is about 110,000 pesos, 110,000 US. And so he kept trying to undercut us because he didn't actually want to build on it. He just wants to buy it so nobody builds across the street from him some big monstrosity that blocks his view. I said, okay, I understand that. I said, but I'm already selling it, so we're only selling it for 4 million. It's worth 5.5. We were only selling it for 4. And he kept trying to get us to go down to 3, and I was kind of like, no. And so now we have a realtor involved. The problem is realtors in the Philippines is a whole different issue. So I was tempted to mine some mercs or spod, but I only have civvy miners, and there was a legion on grade. Yeah. In those cases, I always just try to get out as quickly as possible, and getting out is already the success. Now you also have, if you documented it the other way, you can always go back with a good miner and mine the stuff. Because now you know the path, and they should be open for, I don't know, At least 12 hours is usually the time frame, depending on when you hit the holes. Most of the internal wormhole ones are longer. It's the external ones that are 12 hours. I'd be more worried about crocodiles. See, I haven't seen any crocodiles there. Maybe that's why you should be worried about them. So we're actually not, and we've been pretty lucky there. Most of the places we've been, we haven't been near any non-ocean water sources. So that's probably why, because the crocodiles I think are freshwater. They can't do the salt water. So, and every place we've been has been saltwater. There are some inland beaches, but they're still saltwater because it's all islands there. So. But yeah, I've watched that Discovery Channel a couple of times. Those crocodiles, they can bring down a whole rhino. They can surely bring me down. So, sorry about that. Still got a little bit of a cough. Wasn't long from the Philippines. Yep. The long? I don't know. Could be. Could be. I'm not familiar with Lo Long, so. So yeah, you guys will get a kick out of this. So today, my tax accountant, so we hired a tax accountant last year since we're going to be out of the country, and we figured, okay, this will be the easier way to do it rather than me try to figure it out once we're moved. Plus, I need somebody local to be doing stuff. We hired a tax accountant last year, a friend of my wife's, and they did our taxes last year, and then they did our taxes this year. So today, they finished our taxes. I paid them, and then today in the mail, I get another tax document, March 5th. I mean, really? Seriously? So I just sent it to them. They just emailed me. I have to see whether whether it's going to be a problem or not. I don't think it's going to be a problem because I'm pretty sure it's just one of the disclaimers that her company has to do to say that they offered her benefits that she didn't take because she's on my benefits. But I was like, please don't tell me this is going to screw up our taxes. So, since you guys just filed them. But yeah, what else is new? By law, they have to provide all the documentation by the 1st of February. But, you know, there's exceptions to that. So, c'est la vie. All right. Well, there is nobody here except little old me and this porpoise guy who's not ignoring all my comments. So, I mean, why have a porpoise if you're not doing compression and helping people out? I mean, budget booster, really? Yeah, I'll give you credit for that. Security status 0.2. I do like that. Some capsuleers claim that ECM is dishonorable and unfair. Jam those ones first and kill them last. I like that one. I like that one. That's pretty good. Yeah. Do not mind the same mining fleet rules. Well, since you wouldn't invite me to a fleet, I guess I don't have to follow them. But I always try to not mine the same rock as somebody else. Do not mine the rocks next to Orcus. Yeah. When moon mining, go for the brimful rocks first. They are more valuable. Didn't know that. Do not anger RNG sus, for it gives and it takes. I don't know what that is. Please tip the Orca pilot for boosting compression. Any amount is appreciated and will most likely go towards fuel costs. Yep. Which I would have been more than happy to do if you had invited me. Which you didn't. Alright, so 897. Maybe we'll get all of this before. $897 was what was in the other Pellucid, the one I did earlier. So I think they're all roughly around the same. But yeah, I should have put a salvager in here. Salvaging drone. That would have been a good idea. But what else? So yeah, so officially less than 30 days for my last day of work. It's kind of exciting. 4 weeks from Friday. And then, yeah.
The asteroid is
There it is. Pretty soon it'll be officially less than 30 days for my, before we leave. Triangles could get enough of me. Had a platoon of white ones zoom in to 20k of my safe. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the jet ochre is a lot less. Let's see if we can get it. No, ads are getting ready to start in a minute. Sorry. Can you discreetly put a bag of poop in the mail? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Scott. Yeah, you need to be a VIP to add links. Sorry. Keep the scammers down. So actually, as I say that, I haven't had one in a while, but I used to get a lot of scammers that would come and put the links for stuff in. And so, yeah, so Twitch set it up so that only VIPs can do that. And I think I'm maxed out on VIPs now. So, I can't because I don't see it. All I see are 3 asterisks. So, but if you join the in-game channel, you can put it there. If you're in game. If you're not in eveonline, then you can also join the Discord and you can put it there, or you can private message me on Twitch. I can also see. I may have a VIP one here. Let me. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, raid.
FBI, open up!
And my sound effects are working again. Awesome, awesome. Blitz, thanks for the raid, buddy. What's up? How's it going? Get your man. He always gets his man. Oh, and he came in at exactly the right time. Right as soon as the ads start. So, we are doing great. I know it's about time for you to get those kids to bed. Community, roles manager, add new. Alder. I keep saying Scott Louder. Sorry about that. I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Scottaudier. A-U-D-I-E-R. There it is. All right, Scott. Try and post that again. You should have the right roll now. Oh, I got rats. Oh, I see you already posted it in the in-game channel. Sorry. Perfect. All right, stop. All right. I don't know why he left the last time. All right, night Blitz. Give those kids a big hug for me. I might have missed him. So thanks for that, Scott. I'll check it out here in a second. So Raiders, welcome. Sorry, had some rats jump me. Hate when that happens. But we got them taken care of. So unlock. And so yeah, Raiders, welcome. We don't have any drops going on at the moment, so you can kind of stay as a Raider, or you can hit F5, or click on my name. I think it's below the Twitch window again, and that'll actually bring you into the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, my bloody Blitz. Any friend of Blitz's is a friend of mine. So appreciate you guys. Actually, I had my Hartner still on, so that was pretty good. So. All right. Yeah, that's a big old crocodile. Yep. And that is from the Philippines. Had a whole TV series. Man, I'm going to have to figure that out. Cool beans. Thanks for that. Yeah, I had no idea. All right. Cargo hold is full. So this guy's still here. So let me go dock. Who do I want? Harvest food. Nutura. Astral mining. That sounds more like up my alley. Yeah. Astral mining. Let's drop some of this stuff.
Drive active.
Largest for ages. Had the record, huh? From the Philippines. See, I had no idea. Well, then again, I had no idea there were snakes until a couple weeks ago. Actually, probably about a month ago. One of the vloggers we watched mentioned it.
Permission requested.
And I was like,
accepted.
I'm not a snake fan. We had probably what was a garter snake here one day in our yard, and I took the shovel to it until it was unrecognizable. And so it was because I was like, didn't want to get into my dogs. So all right, so let's see. We can definitely take this out. The shear trim. So that doesn't take up a whole lot of space, but Let's take these guys out, because they're the ones taking up all the space. There we go. Alright. So there's Lasara. I saw her earlier. She's just hanging out in the station. Alright. Close you up. Anomaly, Empire Belt.
Warp drive active.
I'll take snakes over crocodile. I can see a snake most of the time. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. And like you said, so the crocodile's the one that actually will lunge out of the water, grab you, and pull you back in. So yeah. My sister lives in Florida. And I think she had the alligators. And yeah, then she has a bigger dog, but they were worried about her dog several times. And so, but I think the alligators, they still attack on land. I think. Not quite the expert on reptiles, but like I said, I'm not a snake fan at all. Don't care. In fact, one of my neighbors was like, "Yeah, that's not a poisonous snake." I don't care. It's a snake. Has no legs, but it moves faster than me. Not a fan. Yeah, so the crocodiles do the same. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I probably don't want to, because then I'll probably have nightmares about that. So now that I know they're crocodiles in Philippines, thanks for that. Here lately, all my nightmares have been being denied entry on the plane because my dog is a tenth of an ounce over the weight, So at least that would make my nightmares more interesting. So. Yeah, the company we're working with is doing our paperwork, because there's a ton of paperwork in order to take an animal into another country. And the company we're working with is doing our paperwork. Also has a service where they will deliver the door to door. They would deliver the dog door to door, which is incredibly expensive. But they have that on standby if we get denied entry to the plane, because they want to make money. And so so that could be interesting. So I do have a backup position, because we were driving to Dallas. The plan, we haven't bought tickets, but the plan is we're going to drive to Dallas. So our house will be sold, so we got nowhere to come back to. Our cars will be gone. Have a rental car. We're going to drive to Dallas, because from Dallas we can fly on Korean Air from Dallas to Incheon to Manila, which is the shortest trip. And so, but if we get to Dallas and the dog is denied entry to the plane, I got nobody in Dallas that I know or anything else. And so, but the company's like, we got a backup plan. We'll put her in. We have agents there. We'll put her in. In boarding, and then this nanny will fly down and pick her up and deliver us to the Philippines for a small fee, not a small fee. So that's why I said to my wife that we got to get her down on the weight. So apparently the giant croc skin and skeleton are preserved in taxidermy at the museum. Wow. No worries, Blue Gray. You had a busy night, so I understand completely. Get some sleep. But yeah, I'll have to go see that museum. So Philippines has got a lot of records. I didn't know crocodile was one of them. So thank you for that, Scott. Learn something new every day. I try to. You covered me for today. So I appreciate that. But now I got another thing to worry about. Aside from surviving a giant, I only pulled 40 million and moved some ventures, small up to setting up manufacturing. Yeah, you'll get there. Trust me, I didn't do it overnight. I have just my blueprint collection alone was a nightmare to get going. So All right, so let's see which one he's working on. Ephraim is worth more. Where's that? There it is. He's not targeting that one, so let's go ahead for that one. MortySnerd, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Blue Gray, have a good night. Sleep well. Always good to see you, Morty. I apologize. Your stream time is always right during my wife's time. So my mandatory wife time. And so, but I did catch you one night with your 7 Days to Die stream, and that was it actually has caused my brother and I, we play 7 Days to Die quite often, to I have a server that I set up, and we have it set up, and we're actually doing some of the mods thanks to you. So thank you for that, because that has made it a completely different game, which we really appreciate. So there you go. Always good. Always good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only way really to play it. My brother, he so we play online, and we only play online together. And so then he plays his local game, and he's always, I mean, he just, yeah, he plays it all the time. And so I've never been one for playing it by myself. It's like I already did everything in it by myself. So, but we've also done head-to-head several times, and he doesn't like that because he always loses because he makes way too much noise. And I always pick him off with a sniper rifle, so I just wait around for him to ride his mini bike, and yeah, easy peasy. So, but yeah, so he really likes the cooperation ones, which is what we're doing now. So, yeah, so traps are good too. He's more of a trap guy. I'm not a big trap guy, but yeah, he's more of the trap guy. He's got me a couple times with the traps. So, but yeah. But yeah, I was watching you guys that one night. Man, you had quite the group, and I really like the mod where the viewers can get involved and spawn stuff for you, which was kind of cool. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get back to doing some 7 Days to Die streaming. So set them so they can get into the area, and then box with glass and then with a sign, eat the glass. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's actually 7 Days to Die has always been one of my favorites. They've really done a good job with it. And I had no idea there were mods until I saw you. So I appreciate that. Never even considered the mods. So integration's a lot of fun. I have no expectations to stay alive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes it more fun, I think, for the viewers, because then they can be more involved. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one of these days. I haven't quite talked him into doing the integration yet, because, like I said, he kind of. I usually, when we do head-to-head, he always dies more. But when we do the cooperation, it's usually me dying more. So I don't think he knows how the integration will work out. So since it's my stream, maybe they'll take pity on me and just sick everybody on him. I don't know. But yeah, should be interesting. I have a server you guys ever want to join. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, I have one as well that we're using right now. So I have a company I've worked with for a while. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, because it's usually just the two of us, so, which gets boring after a bit. So once you've seen me shoot him in the head, 17, 18 times, it really doesn't get any more entertaining. So, but yeah, it's always funny. But yeah, thanks again for the mods, because we had no idea there were mods. So that was really opened it up. So yep. And that's what we're playing right now is the Darkness Falls. We're trying to feel for it. It's a whole new game. Whole new game. And so we're just starting to get into the demons, and so yeah, so but yeah, that's kind of keeps it interesting. So we appreciate that. Yeah, because we were getting pretty bored with it. Fun Pimps, you know, they had changed it around enough times that it kind of was a new game over and over. But once they finally published it, they haven't really kind of messed with it much. So the mods really made a difference. So those are just the starter demons. Yeah, exactly. Hardcore mode probably changes all that. So yeah. Yeah, we're definitely not playing in hardcore yet. But yeah, I think in his local game, my brother's local game, he said he's on day like, I don't know, 300 and something. And he was telling me some of the stuff he's come across. And I'm like, yeah. He's got way too much time to play games. He's got way more than me. So. But yeah, this move we're doing, I don't know if you heard, my wife and I are retiring here in just under 30 days and moving to the Philippines permanently. And so I'm going to continue to stream from there. And so this move is taking up a lot of my time right now. It has way too many moving parts. Selling everything and moving to another country, you know. Yep. That's where her family's from. And so my wife is from the Philippines, so that's why we're retiring back there. But I brought her over here we've been married 18 years in May. It'll be 18 years in May. And so about 20 years here, and I figure hopefully I have another 20 left. And so we'll live 20 over there. So, but a lot cheaper to live over there. So, especially in retirement. So, none of the healthcare problems here. Though we were just talking about that earlier. So, none of the healthcare problems. Healthcare is not as expensive there as it is here. But if you actually make it to the hospital, no guarantee they can save you. So, you know, at least here, you're got a good chance of getting to the hospital and a good chance of, you know, getting saved. So we're there. Yeah. I think they said 1 out of 10 actually get to the hospital. We were talking about snake bites and how they don't carry anti-venom, at least not for regular people. And so, yeah, so even if you get to the hospital, they said only 1 out of 10 actually get to the hospital before the venom would kill them. And so they don't carry the anti-venom at the hospital anyway. So, so it's like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose. So, but yeah, kids learned when we went to visit how different it is. Oh, yeah. I think every American kid, and I kind of sad that I didn't get my kids over there, and I'm sure we will now that we're moving over there. But yeah, now they're grown, so that the lesson won't be quite as impactful. But I really wanted to take my kids over when they were younger so they would see truly how blessed they are, and how the rest of the world lives. I mean, they are the happiest people I have ever met. Happiest people in the world, and they got nothing. And so, surely you can just stock up on antivenom from Amazon, you know? It's funny that you say that, because we just discovered here in the past 2 weeks that Amazon does deliver to the Philippines. They charge you a hefty price for it, but they do deliver to the Philippines. But I don't think Amazon delivers anti-venom, unfortunately. So, but I have been looking to maybe find some black market contacts when I get over there to maybe get myself at least one anti-venom I can put in my refrigerator in case I need it. Because if anybody would get bit by a cobra, it would probably be me. So, now that's a weird looking thing over there. What's that? Snap. We were talking. We were spending a ton of money to transport our dogs, and unfortunately, one of my dogs just had to be put down here a couple weeks ago, and he was the heavy one. So now it's freed us up to where we can hopefully carry this one on the plane with us, which is going to save us a ton of money. But I said that would be my luck too, is I'll pay all that money to get my dogs over there, and they'll probably get killed by a cobra on day 2. So, because they'd be like the same way. It's like they bark at everything, and something like that they didn't understand would be like, hey, what's that? But yeah. But unfortunately, one of them, I have dachshunds, and so one of them developed a back problem a couple weeks ago, and it deteriorated very rapidly. So yeah. I hear they taste like chicken, and I could see myself doing that because that's one of the things I do enjoy. I enjoy being an adventurous with eating things. So I could definitely, especially if I survived, could definitely see myself cooking up some cobra. So I think everything tastes like chicken, right? I told my wife that when we were over there the first time. When I went over the first time to meet her, I told her, I said, I understand that you guys have a little bit more diversity in your meat selection than we do in America. So if there's something that we eat that I like, I don't necessarily need to know what it is. If I don't like it, then, I want you to tell me what it is so I don't have it again. And so there was one thing, man, it was just delicious. And to this day, I still don't know what it was. But I asked her, I said, do I want to know what that is? And she said, definitely not. I said, okay, good enough. So yeah. So I was like, I still don't know what it was, but it was delicious. But yeah, that was the other thing. Our bigger dog, the one we just had to have put down, he was a dachshund as well. Well, I always said he was a big bone dachshund, but he was more shaped like me. He was fastest dog I've ever owned, but also the heaviest. And I said I was worried that they would probably eat him because he'd be like a Thanksgiving turkey, So they are not wasteful. No. Yeah, my wife, when she cooks up fish, she cooks up the whole fish and she eats the whole fish. Bones, tail, eyes, everything. Yeah. Expect when they say fish, it wasn't cleaned. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing. Yeah, she was eating the scales. I'm like, we scraped those off. Nah. One of the best parts. I was like, yeah, I'll have to take your word for it. Yeah. Yeah, when I brought home crappies one time and filleted them, and she's like, "You're wasting so much meat. There's so much meat still stuck to those bones." I'm like, as kids here in America, we were always taught not to eat fish bones because they'll get caught in your throat. She eats the fish bones and has never had a worry. Never had a worry. And I'm like, well, got to get that calcium and mineral somehow. Yeah. And that's the other thing, they don't have cholesterol problems. They don't have, cancer problems. They don't have a lot of the problems we have here in America. Of course, they probably don't use red dye number 5 either, but yeah, but yeah, it's kind of amazing because when she moved here, like I said, she's been here 18 years and now she's got cholesterol problems and other ones, high fructose. Yep. Yeah. So that's another thing I'm kind of looking forward to getting away from is getting back to some more clean living. So it's funny though, because they deep fry everything. So it's obviously not the oil that is causing the cholesterol problem. So yeah, and it is a huge community thing. And that's what I'm looking forward to as well, because we've really lost that here in America. Now it's everybody's out for themselves, And so, so that's one thing I'm looking forward to there is being able to help the community and, and provide and, so. But yeah, we've already got a rental. We put a down payment. We put the down payment and everything on it back in January. And I think we paid the rent. The first month's rent was for March. They've already got internet hooked up, but nobody can tell me what the speed is because they don't measure speed the same way we do here. And so I'm like, am I going to have enough speed to stream? Come on. They're like, yeah, we don't know what you mean, but it's nice. So yeah, my brother-in-law and his wife are staying there and taking care of it. And so we're getting some, I think, air conditioners put in here in the next couple of weeks. And so it'll be all ready when we get there. But of course, no furniture. So we'll have air conditioners, we'll have internet, and no furniture. But yeah, we were talking about Amazon. I ordered a computer desk very similar to the computer desk I have here. And I'm having it delivered to the Philippines. And so, yeah, they charged me quite a bit for that delivery, but they do deliver. So, but yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. So yeah, so we're pretty excited. I just wish I could fast forward to a month and a half in the future to where I'm past all this move crap. There's so many things. You know, I'm taking, of course, my rig is my life, so I'm taking my desktop with me on the plane, which I'm not sure how it's going to work. They're liable to think it's a bomb. So yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I wonder if I tear it all apart and put it back together in the Philippines, maybe that'll work out better. But yeah, my monitors, I got two widescreen monitors, and got to figure out how to fit them in a suitcase and not get them broken. Of course, my wife's thrown away all the boxes that I saved so that I could pack all this stuff up in a safe environment, you know. But the boxes would have taken up more space. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to take any clothes on the plane with me. I think I'm just going to have my computer and the dog, and I'm going to be covered. And so hopefully she has room in her bags to pack me some clothes. But yeah, it's been interesting. So hey, btasq, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. But yeah, so we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, the plan is for me to still be streaming the same time frame. So, because over there, they're 12 hours ahead of us right now. And so over there, I start around 9:30 Central. That makes it about 11:30 a.m. their time. So that'll put me right in that noon to 3 period, which is the hottest part of the day. So yeah, which is when I don't want to be outside. So, but yeah, so I burn like I was gonna say I burn like LA, but I don't want, that's probably too soon to make that joke. So yeah, I burn, and then I peel, and then I burn again. So yeah, I'm hoping once I get over there with the constant sun that I will at least tan a little bit, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah, the plan is still to stream the same time frame. So that way you guys will all still see me at the same time. It'll just be daylight instead of dark. So not that you can tell that from my stream. So, and then we'll probably, my YouTube channel will probably have some more stuff with the house build and all that stuff. So that'll add some more content. So which kind of be nice. But yeah, we're kind of looking forward to it. Like I said, I just want to get past this move, because this move is it's a nightmare. I got my green screen and my gaming chair. I have to get those sent. I can't take those with me. So that's going to make it a little more difficult. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're pretty excited. As it say, excited, scared, you know, somewhere in between, right? So, big change. But I thought about it, you know, I was like, you know, the wife's been here 18 years. She just packed up everything and moved here when I asked her to. And so I at least can do the same for her. So, but, and I won't have to deal, this winter has been a real doozy here in Kansas City. So I won't have to deal with any more winters ever again. So that might be a positive. I'm kind of a winter guy, though. But this winter has really made me not so much a winter guy. So here in Kansas City, we've had a really, really bad winter. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm headed to Iceland for a week here in May for Eve Fest, my wife's first time out of the country. Excellent. I've heard of a couple that said they were going, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that'll be nice. And Iceland, from what I hear, Iceland is beautiful. Just beautiful. So we're cruisers, and so that we started cruising late in life. And everybody said the cruise to take was the Alaska cruise, or if you could get one to Iceland, they said it was about the same. And so, but we never were able to make either one of those. But yeah, it was funny because we have several friends that have done a cruise to Iceland and a cruise to Alaska, and they loved them both. Said they were just beautiful. So yeah. And I've got a friend, a gaming buddy from Norway, who's actually in Thailand right now. And so, yeah, so he swears by Iceland as well. So, yeah, we got 50 days, and she's nonstop looking into everything. I take her with my Jeep group on some trips, but nothing like this. That's cool. That'll be a good trip for you guys. So, yeah, that'll be a good trip. Is this your first Eve Fest, Morty? Udema is a war zone tonight. Yeah, Kirby the Red, how's it going? Yeah, Udema's kind of bad almost every night, but I usually try to travel through it during the day. It's a little quieter during the day, but yeah, it was actually acting up this afternoon as well. Civila was really bad. I got a gate camp checker that I keep an eye on, and yeah, 9 kills in the last hour in Udema. So, yeah, when they're hot, they're hot. So, yeah, your first one, Morty. Yeah, see, I've never been, and I've talked to a couple people that have been like 5 or 6 times, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, because that's a pretty major trip. So, to do it every year, that would be, oh man, that would be a nice one. I must have jammed about 20 catalysts and killed several of their pods. There you go. Bad night to be a freighter, exactly. Just avoid Udema. So, how can I gank the gankers? Yeah, that's a good one. If you can, figure it out. Yeah, see, that's one. I'm definitely not a PvP guy. I can barely defend myself. So, if I survive, 2 minutes when the gankers fly in, then I feel like I've accomplished something. So, and I feel like I've accomplished something. Then I feel like I've accomplished something, but unfortunately, it doesn't usually work out that well. So, join them. There you go. It's the only way to win is to join them. Yeah. They stay tethered until their bumper has a target. Yep. And that's the thing. Udema's not really, I think that's 05, so you don't get Concord coming as fast, but they still show up. I mean, they ganked me one night in an 07 system, and Concord showed up in record time. But, I was still dead, so. But it kept me from getting potted, so that was kind of nice. But yeah. I shouldn't say this. Yeah, I haven't been ganked in a while, but that's probably asking for it. So, but yeah, today I was flying back and forth, moving some more, and Civila was carrying on, and I managed to squeeze between the bouts. My friends shoot me in the face. It's special. There you go. Not have to worry about gankers. But friends like these, right? Friends like these, who needs enemies, right? Yeah. Yeah, my early days of streaming, I can't believe it's almost been a year. I started in March of last year. So my early days of streaming, when I first came back to Eve, I was away for, 5, 6, 7 years. I didn't know Udema was a hotspot. And a couple gankers got into my stream and said, hey, jump into Udema, man. There's I was looking for, I don't remember what I was looking for. I think I was looking for some rare ore or something. I can't remember. And yeah, they said, oh, there's some of that in Udema. Come on in. I didn't even make it to the belt. I think I arrived at the belt and I was destroyed. It was like somehow they were targeting me while I was warping in. So, You don't have to run the ganks, just outrun your friends. Yep, yep. Yeah, that's what they always say about when you get chased by a bear. You get chased by a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just gotta outrun your friend. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm always alone when I get ganked. I never have any friends around. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We got ganked a couple months ago, and I wasn't alone. But the only one they got was me. They got me and my alt. My multi-box. But all the people who were with me got away. So I was glad for that. Because I would have felt bad if they'd have got caught. But we decided to jump through low sec to get to an Empire belt like I'm doing tonight. And that was not a smart move. So, but yeah. I can't believe I've been in this Empire belt now for over an hour. And nobody but this one guy showed up. I mean, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. I'm going to have to go unload again. I was trying to get this guy to help me out with some compression, but he wouldn't answer. All right, where did I put it? There it is.
Warp drive active.
Anyway, we're about approaching that time. Have to see who we're going to raid. See who we're going to raid. See who we're going to raid. We got Ghosty. We got Caldari. Caldari's just doing his drawling. Don't get me wrong. His drawlings are awesome, but you guys probably want to see some gaming. But that looks like it. That looks like it. That looks like it. Got a couple people I don't know. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on who we want to raid, otherwise it'll probably be Ghosty. Let me know in the chat. The Caldari, yeah. I love his, oh man, his drawing is awesome. I mean, so skilled. So skilled. All right. But yeah, we'll do Caldari. That's fine. He ends up always raiding somebody else, so that's always good. And he'll probably end up raiding Ghosty. But yeah. Plus I love seeing his drawing. We actually popped in, I think we popped in on him Monday night. And he was right in the middle of doing somebody's boobs. And so I was like, man, perfect timing, you know.
Drive active.
So, but yeah, I think tonight he's actually working on himself. So, but I'll have to tell him perfect timing. All right, where are we at? But yeah, I'll keep mine in the background here. But yeah, why don't I go ahead and get that set up, and then we can check him out. Yeah, let me get over there. Actually, I'll join him so that all the ads go away, and then I can actually hear what he's saying. So when we raid him, at least he benefits from it. So, all right, you too, Morty. Thanks again. I appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow night. I want to say thank you to guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 9:30 Central. And should definitely be back in Venolin by then. So we'll probably do some either some scanning or some T4 missions. So we'll see how that goes. And then, yeah, I'm going to turn you over to Caldari. And you guys have a great night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks again. Take care, JKT. Kirby the Red. Jerry Can. I knew Jerry Can was going to be there. Thanks, Jerry Can. Appreciate you. Always the first one in and always the last one there. I appreciate you. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.